Yeah, hello there my YouTube friends. You can see once again we have another package here, another delivery. So yeah, more figures coming in. What can we say? What can we say, guys? You know, when we can afford them, we can afford them. And right now there's a lot of them going at a really reasonable price. So I'm going to pick some up while I can, because it's not very often you can get them at these type of prices that I'm getting them for at the minute. So I'm nabbing them while I can. So we're going to get this one opened up, show you the box, and then we'll get cracking, guys. We'll get cracking. And there we go, guys. Isn't she a beauty? Just a work of art, that thing. As you can see, I'm just letting you see how well it's been packaged. You know, that you took the outer wrapping off and you've got another box, homemade style box, to protect what's inside there again. So, you know what I mean, it's like well done on that. I cannot fault the boxing. So that's cool. Let's get this one opened up, and then hopefully we'll be at the proper box after that. Oh hell yeah, guys, look at that one, the Mark 50. Beautiful, and it's fucking shipper as well, so I kind of gone wrong with that, guys. So let's get it open, see what the true box looks like. And there you go, guys, there's the front cover of it. Really nice looking front cover, I like that. I haven't collected many in the way of the Iron Man figures. I think I've got two in my collection. One of them's a die cast, and actually one of them's just a Crazy Toys one, which is the first one I ever got, because at the time I couldn't really afford to be buying a lot of the Hot Toys ones. They were just way out of my price league at the time. So I had a Crazy Toys one, which you can't even think, it's literally like a statue. It's still in the collection because it looks okay where it is. So this is only really my second Iron Man that I've bought, and I only really got this one because I actually do happen to like that sort of sleekness that he's got to him. I would like to get the Mark 85, probably battle damage version when it comes out, because I do like that one as well. But this one was sort of pretty much a must-have for us to at least have a damn good look at it. And that, and you can see the front cover is really nice, you know, really lovely looking cover. Side bit sort of carries on from the front. Your back has all your warnings on it. The other side is again like a continuation on from the front cover, and then the top just has on an Iron Man Mark L, which is your 50, and MMS 473 D23. It looks like it's another one of the nice easy slip covers. Get that off. Yeah, that's a pretty nice design. At first I wasn't too sure. I was like, I'm not sure about that, but I actually quite like that. I think that looks quite good. Yeah, it's not really much on it, just a slight continuation on there. And again, it slips off to reveal your foam that it's held in. We'll get that out, and hopefully it doesn't fall apart completely on me. Get them out of the way. So there you go, guys, and I'll drop this down. Hopefully none of some of the stuff's going to fall out, because they always do. They're never fully packaged in. But there we go, guys. Got a head sculpt there. You got the figure himself, looking really nice at the minute. Doesn't look like there's loads of accessories, but I don't know if there's another compartment at the back or anything else there. I'll have to have a look. But what I will do is get whatever comes with them out, and then show you what we get with them, guys. So looking pretty neat so far. I'm liking that. And here's the accessories, guys. You can see there's a few more than what they first looked, which is good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to see that as well, because obviously it's been such a long time since I've seen anybody reviewing this thing, because it's quite old now. See, we've got the Avengers Infinity War base again. We can get this. There you go. No iron plate, just a normal sort of written on one, which is a shame. We have a normal 8 grabber. Does have the foam on, but again, it's like, is there enough foam there to protect the figure? It's hard to say. Always be careful. Obviously, yeah, dynamic flight stand in case you want to do them in some sort of flying style pose. We have instructions to go with it, and of course, as what comes nearly always with these type of figures, is a lot of batteries, guys. A lot of batteries, which means there's a lot of different things can possibly light up in this thing. But again, for me, I won't be using them because I just don't really see much point at the air. They can look cool, but for me it's a case of by the time you've went run and switched them all on, it's just an extra thing that you've got to go and run switching off again later on when you come to leave, especially me in the man cave, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just more faff on. And usually I don't have time to faff on. When it's time to leave the man cave, it's normally because I'm either taking the dog for a walk or it's time to go to the gym and I just want to get out of there. You know, so it's like just quick, get the lights off and get out of the thing. We've got this thing here, which I believe is used for if you want to change the head sculpt and put the Tony Stank head sculpt on. You need to put that in its place first, so it's not much to that thing. We have this here, which obviously goes, by the looks of it, on his arm. I don't think I'll be using it, you know what I mean? I can't see me using that in a proper sort of pose style thing. It's not my cup of tea, but it is nicely made. A lot of detail into it. Yeah, it looks really good. Just not the type of thing I like to pose mine with, you know, but for those that do, there you go, and you've got one. And I guess it wouldn't possibly be a thing you could put batteries in that, I don't know. But particularly at the end of the day, I don't particularly care. We've got this one here. Again, another one, chances are I'll probably not use it. But you've got it for those that like to use these type of things and do these type of things. And again, sort of beautifully detailed. Really nice paint work. It's just plastic, thankfully, otherwise it would probably weigh his damn arms down. You have his hands. Normal set of hands that actually these ones have the fingers that do articulate. So you can have them posed up, you know, which is pretty good. A little bit stiff in the joints, which is good in a way because you don't want them being too slack, but you also worry about them when they're tight. There's that, will I snap the damn things? So you got to be a little bit careful with that. But fingers all articulate on them. You get 2 of those hands, and you get the 2 sort of what would be classed as either the firing hands or the ones used for sort of powering himself and hovering himself up. Yeah, again, beautiful amounts of detail and, you know, weathering there on the going apart just here. You've got some weathering going on. These fingers don't move, you know what I mean? You can sort of think about that sort of rigid, they're supposed to stop where they are. You get 2 of those hands. You got this big piece, which is a possibility that I may use something like this. Again, beautiful amounts of detail, really good paint work. Yeah, really well done. Again, it's something that possibly, depending on how I decide eventually to pose them up, that I may end up using, but it's hard to say. You know, I'll keep it to one side. That way I can use it if I want to, or I can just stay off if I don't want to. But it's there, ready to be used. And then of course we have the Tony Stank head sculpt. I mean, that's a beautiful head sculpt. Yeah, really nice. Beautiful work to that one. Really looks like Robbie Downey Jr. You cannot fault that at all. It's really nice. Yeah, bit of a blank expression to it, a bit expressionless, but it's still a beautiful headpiece. Again, though, chances are I probably wouldn't use it because, to me, when they're doing anything, they generally have their masks sort of on, the helmets on, So, but it is nice that you get the head sculpt, and I suppose if I wanted to, I could easily make up a different version of them using this head sculpt. So it's always good you get a head sculpt in there for those that like to use them. There you go, guys. So that's the accessories you get with it. Now let's get out the figure and take a look at the figure himself. And here he is, guys. I mean, it's just one sleek looking figure. You know, it really is. It's a really nice design. I really do like the way this one looks. You know, the other ones, a lot of them are sort of big, bulky, massive sort of figures, whereas this one looks more sleek. It looks like he's slimlined it. He looks like he's getting everything he needed to do, and he's just brought it down to get rid of any extra weight so that it can sort of do a better job. You know, that's how it looks to me, and I really do like the look of this figure. I think he looks absolutely brilliant, you know. So let's get him forward and we'll have a look at the different articulations on him so we can show you guys. So what we've got pretty much first off is his legs. You can see there's bits moving aside here. If I can get my thumbnails into them to lift them out the way, and you can pretty much, I mean, that's pretty much almost a full split, you know. That's pretty damn good. Again, so the thighs can come down a bit. You do have the articulation there. The backward motion, I'm get it out of the way, is only hindered by the actual thing of it there. In fact, to be honest, you can move it all the way back, so that's one of the best you can get with these type of characters, and that's only because the leg can literally pull right the way out. So again, you can bring them pretty much right forward. Really good. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's like a ratchet style system. You can, so you get the full bend there, and then this bit moves, and I think the back bit moves in order to give you a bit more articulation. You can see I'm busy trying to sort this out at the same time as I'm showing you what it can do. You've got no twist in it. You've got a little bit of motion to the side there, but not enough to even worry about it, you know. So it's just one of the shameful things with these type of stuff. But you know, you get a lot of motion on that leg, which is really good. And it, like I say, it snaps back up into place like that. Snaps back up into place like that. Yeah, that's beautiful. So that's his legs. You can got the same at the waist. You can lift it up in order to give you that little bit of thing. I mean, increase it's barely noticeable. I mean, why for that, you know, to lift it up to give you what really is almost non-existent seems a bit of a waste to me. Yeah, you can lean back a little bit, so I suppose if you want a demon in some sort of flying pose, depending on how far back his neck's going to go, maybe this is the first one you can use and you can get him in that position, but we'll have to have a find out in a second. Yeah, but it closes down like that, closes up like that. Shoulders wise, again, these bits are moved to give you some articulation. They also pull out in order to give you a good range of motion. You have a butterfly effect there, and also twist in the upper bicep. Arm will bend to there, so that's good enough. And of course you've got your normal wrist peg, which is going to be hindered by this bit of gauntlet here. You know, bicep also has a thing that sort of pulls out to move out the way in order to get them into position, like so, and then it just pushes back in, and there you go, you're ready to go. So head, let's get up and have a look at this head. There you go, there it is. That's what I've always said needed to be done, and this one does it. You can have this one flying towards you. Spot on, Hot Toys. That's what I've always wanted in a figure, that you can do that. so I could make a flying pose out of it if I wanted to, and have one flying towards us. Excellent. It's just a case of, there you go, man. See, superb. That's what I wanted out of a figure. Look down, pretty much okay. Let's see if we can get this bone back into position a bit. Oh, fuck on with that in a minute. Right. Head can look down a little bit, not loads, considering how much you can look back. You got not a great deal of side twists on it, yes, but a little bit. Yeah, and obviously the twisting, you'll be able to twist it all the way around and just push it into position. So there you go, and that's not bad at all for articulation. I think that is pretty damn good. Now what we'll do is we'll sort of bang in, get a close-up and show you how good this figure actually looks. And starting from the feet, guys, you can see there how good the paintwork is, that they've got the sort of scuffs and what have you there on them. So it's not like it's pristine and just come out of your showroom. It's been involved, it's been out there, and I love the colouring. In fact, you've got like a little sort of blue light, which I've taken may be some of the parts that will actually light up on it. And again, you see you got the scuffs, the bangs, and that he's been involved in some scrapes in his time, but it just looks beautiful. You know, the paintwork is amazing, and you can see it's been die cast. It's quite a heavy little beast, but it just looks so good. All the intricacies in there just look absolutely fantastic. Like I say, the weathering and that, I really do like it when you see a figure that's sort of slightly weathered, not pristine, because you know it wouldn't stay pristine for long. You should know that. No, it stays pristine for very long. So to see that it's got a bit of weather in there, there's a bit of wear and tear on it, it's always cool, and it just looks so damn good. Yeah, I was never a huge Iron Man fan. I never really heard of him until the first sort of film, but I think Robert Downey Jr. done a fantastic job of sort of bringing him to life. This bit here does come off, but it's only literally just to be able to put batteries in it so that the eyes can light up. There's no face sculpt behind it. It isn't just like this bit of mask that lifts off. It's the whole top part of the head that lifts off in order to change the batteries over or put batteries in it, which obviously they won't be in because I've got them. But I'm not one to light these things up. It's just not my way, you know. It would, yeah, look cool, but it's just not the way I do things, you know. It's just too much of a faff on. You know, I just like to pose them and watch and look at them and not have to keep on going around turning really lights on and off, lifting his helmet off in order to freaking turn the lights on and lift it off to turn it back on. Probably take this bloody plate off to switch on the one for behind there, and it's too much like freaking a faff for me. But I mean, he just looks absolutely mint, you know. I am well happy with this guy, you know. He just looks brilliant, and I'm going to hopefully try and find some way of doing some sort of flying pose with this guy, but we'll have to wait and see. Again, it's one of those things, maybe I'll put it in at the end of the video if I've decided before, and if not, you'll see it in a future video, because I think it's probably maybe about time that I do another sort of man cave tour and show you, because I've gotten quite a few lately. I've boxed up a few to ship them off to if somebody else buys them. It's for them to disappear. It's for lack of room, and there is sort of a bit of work I need to do on the man cave, so that would be interesting to sort of tell you about it, and then once that work's done, make another video showing again the changes. But hey on guys, this guy just looks amazing, you know. He does look fantastic, does look very, very sleek, very slender compared to the other ones. I really do like him. What I'll do is I'll get the other one that I've got out to show you just how much of a difference there is between the slenderness and sleekness. So just bear with me 2 seconds, guys. So there's the guys, there's sort of 2 of them next to each other. I can't remember which one the other one is. I don't know if it's the Mark 42 or 43 or 40 something or other. I honestly can't remember. You know, maybe you guys will know and can comment in the comments below for those that are that way inclined, that are bloody, they can't go to sleep without it being put there properly. But one of the things that is a bit shocking is the height difference. Now, yes, the other guy, his legs are slightly further apart, which will take him down slightly, but not by loads. So the Mark 50 is slightly taller, but again, you can see there's a sort of sleekness about him. You know, there's a that just, I don't know what it is. It's just, it looks just beautifully things. You know, it doesn't look as bulky to me. It doesn't look as hard to handle, you know, but they're both beautiful, beautiful figures. Yeah, and like I say, I'm not one of these ones that's going to go out and buy every one of the Iron Man figures, because they're just, to me, there's so many variants of them. There is too many variants of them, you know. I mean, I would fill a man cave literally with just them alone, and I just don't see the point in it for something that's pretty much the same and just a slight difference in the way it's been painted. Yeah, it doesn't thingy for me that way. But to have a couple of different variants from the different sort of movies that I really do like, yeah, I would do that. I mean, I think I would love probably to get something maybe like a Mark 7. I would probably love to get like the Mark 1 and the Mark 2, because they're just very, very different to what's out there, you know. And if I was to get them ones, I would probably eventually look at getting rid of that one, you know what I mean. For the fact is that, like I say, I don't need loads of them. I don't need them. I just got that one because he was nice and cheap at the time when I bought him, and he was the only one I could get at the time. Now that I have this one, I'm not as thingy anymore, but again, I'm looking at using this one and seeing if I can possibly get him into some sort of flying thingy in the man cave, because, you know, you'll see I have got a few figures out there that are sort of not posed in a regular style pose, yeah. So that's what I'll be looking for with him. I'll probably be looking at trying to see if I can work out where and how I'm going to get him to sort of look like he's possibly flying. But anyway guys, there you go. That's what they look like together. I am absolutely well happy, and I will catch you in the next one, guys. If I don't think, like I say, stay tuned just in case I do put the thing on. But if the end credits roll, you'll know I haven't bothered this time round. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. Oh, and he's over. I really do appreciate it, guys. Catch us in the next one. It's the Bearded Nerdy Oaf. I'm now going to go and fix this guy up again. And I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out of here.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,
Okay.